Going on, watches, man? Quick little vid, but I just had to talk about this Nitro Camden vid that's been going viral, man. It's sad to see the guy Cam out of St. Louis just going into streaming and trying to have a career for himself as a kid. And as he got raided, I forgot the streamer who raided him. Pardon me. But as he got raided by, I think was it Stable Ronaldo? Stable Ronaldo. I don't I don't know if he even got that loud. And his moms came in there abusing him, hitting him. At one point I feel like she was trying to bite his lip. I don't know. You see that a lot sometimes with households with the kids who try to do something else. And the quick thing I want to say is that that's the generation gap that we see between Gen Z and sometimes the millennials, um, where you see her saying at one point, basically, you don't have any career. You don't have no job. You're not doing nothing. You're not doing nothing, and but she doesn't understand 10,000 people as a streamer on Twitch, Kick, that's you're generating income. You're generating some income. That's better doing that than working at McDonald's. So for you to finally make it, and this is your moment, to not be celebrated, you understand it's a very much so much abuse going on in that household. It was crazy to see. It was crazy to witness. And I appreciate all the streamers, especially Cinna from the rip. Heartfelt. So heartfelt. People give Cinna a lot of shit, but so heartfelt.
I can do what I can to try to send him some money so he can get a hotel and get out of there.
It's not the money.
You know what I mean?
Money. It's not even the money. We just need him to get there safe. We need him to get there safe. And have a phone. We need him to have a phone in the morning.
That's what I mean. Get out of that situation. Take that money. Even if you gotta go get a temporary phone, bro. Even if it's some shit, you know what I mean? That's like, bro, you even get one of those the prepaid phones, anything. Something. Just get something, get the fuck out of there. I can't help you. Like, there's only so much I can do. I don't live there, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna try my best to do what I can to send you some money so you can get out of that situation. So, you know, I didn't want to send you some subs and be on the way. Cam, if you could just message me privately, I would rather handle it privately if that's okay.
Thanks, Bez. Another situation.
All right.
What do you saying? I'm listening.
When I get back, I have a brand deal lined up. And how about we find a way to do it together? And then we feel me, we could just split it half, and that should at least set you up, good enough to where like you don't feel too afraid of like what might happen tomorrow. You at least have some sort of like, you feel me? So I hit you, I'll hit you up, and then also then you could use that as like now when brands hit you up and stuff like that, you could be like, I did that with Agent and it went really well, and the brand loved it and stuff like that, and then you can start building your portfolio that way. So like it's one thing to rely on ads and shit like that, but which is nice, but it also is nice to, you know what I'm saying, you do a little brand deal in this department to do, so you can do some gaming stuff, so the gaming brand deals hit. I'll be honest with you. Yeah. Actually, hold on.
Agent, a lot of these streamers supporting their own, and that's what they need to do. Like that was such a great move to me. I love to see it, but that is the generational gap. A lot of people who are the parents of these Gen Z kids, they look at it like how they used to look at us when it comes to sports, which is weird because it's easier to make it. I feel like, well, I don't know about if it's easier to make it. That's a topic for itself. at streaming or doing this YouTube situation. But it's almost like getting a scholarship. How that happened with that raid, it's like getting a college scholarship to play basketball somewhere. You might not make it all the way. We don't know yet. But you got a scholarship to even hoop and get paid for. That raid by a big streamer was something serious. That was something elite. That's something that needed to be celebrated, man. That needed to be celebrated. And for the mom to come in, that's how you know he was dealing with it on the daily. On the daily. It just, man, just a hating ass mom, man. Hating ass mom. And I see a lot of people going in on the mom, which I understand. Because man, it's like I always don't believe in the losing the job thing. Like that's a lot, losing the job, but man, parents, the teachers coming over, principal coming over, like that's well needed. That needs to happen because beating up on your kid, man. I don't know, actually beating up on a kid, man, 18 years old, and you in your 30s, 40s, 50s, sick, like, yeah, actually you need to lose your job, man. That's too much, man. That's too much. Way too much to do for a kid trying to just celebrate. He wasn't even that loud. He just wanted to celebrate his win. He finally got a win. He finally got a win. And you abuse him for it? It was a tough watch, man. It was a tough watch. She used to lose the job. I take it back. She should lose the job. To be honest, she should really lose the kids because I don't think she cares about them at all. We know. We have evidence that she doesn't care about them at all, man. At all. Like, man, it's telling her in his face, like seeing that stream, man, telling her in her face, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it. You're not doing nothing. And then to come back around after she got all the backlash, probably going from work, after everybody calling her to say, look what you did to me. You ruined my life. You did this to me. Me, all narcissism, man. All always focused on the next person to blame. I met so many people like that in my life, just she will never get it. She's one. I know some narcissists where it's like you might pound it in the head and they might get it eventually just cause you keep pounding in the head. Because she's so much older and that's his mom, she's never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. And I get it. And that's his family. So maybe that's why I was trying to be a little light on it. But she deserves to lose the kids, her job, everything involved. But like I said, because it's from his mom's, you can try to double back, You always can try to double back with your moms, man. That's even if she raised you in horrible conditions with not much love, you can try to get through to her. But I don't know. I don't with that type of reaction to that. Imagine what he does. Imagine what she does. I mean, on even bigger issues. That was the smallest issue ever. And look what she did. Man. But I love to see that streaming community support him and rally behind Nitro Cam, man. Like, Cam, supporting you, man. This is when you get a plan. Everybody's lifting you up. You get a plan. You do your thing. See how you want to move. Those streamers, they're gonna take you under their wings, man. Agent, Cinna deserves a lot of props, man. It was already going viral. But to be the first one out there, they're trying to kick his Cash App off. She deserves a lot of props for that. But yeah, man, I just want to talk on that a little bit. It's a generational gap that needs to be talked about. That happens in every era. Now it's our turn, where it's like the millennials. You gotta understand the streaming. It is a job for them. If they get a home run in a raid like that from Stable Ronaldo, that's a grand slam. 10,000 people in your stream, grand slam. Like, there needs to be someone who can bridge the gap between that, so that people can understand. Yeah, it's one of the things I'm trying to do as well. Bridge that gap between the millennials and Gen Z. It needs to be done so they can. So not only can we listen and learn from them, but obviously as the elders, they can learn from us, and they can actually listen. So they're not afraid to listen. So they're not like, man, you old man, you old woman. This is why they do it. Because of moments like this, to be honest. She didn't get it at all. At all. Got to do is say another 30 minutes. All right, another 30 minutes, then you go to bed. That's it. That's a simple solution. Not abuse your kid live. Insane. Insane. But yeah, shout outs to Nitro Cam, man. And till next time, watchers. Keep watching, man.